Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning here in Pennsylvania, and this is my old greenhouse, which is falling apart and is going to be taken down. I'm in the process of moving everything, it's almost done, into my new greenhouse. All my supplies. I'm behind this year. I didn't get anything started yet. So I probably wound up buying tomato plants. I don't know. I'm going to start peppers and stuff. It's still cool here. It's not even May yet. We have another week. So I'm really not that behind. I'm really not behind at all, actually. I'm starting, especially if you have a greenhouse. So I'm working on my worm bin. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. I do mostly above ground gardening. I do have some lettuce up. Some of those I could actually trim today for a salad. And I have some carrots planted in there also. This one I haven't done anything with yet. I have potatoes planted in these bins. I have 3 bins and a bag of potatoes planted. Oh, I have a lot of gardening work to do, but I'm going to say it. I hate to say it. My back doesn't tolerate it well. So we still have a lot of cleanup from last year. Over here I have some grapes, but I don't know if my grapevine, yes, it is coming back. I have to do something with that to get it to vine. I need one of those arches. And I have blueberries back in here. You can see the little blueberries are starting. My butterfly bush, which I should have trimmed down last year, but once again, had a bad case of bad back. And my raspberries. Look at us. We will have raspberries this year. Lots of raspberries, I'm sure. And already, ready to pick actually, I have rhubarb. Rhubarb. We are ready to pick the rhubarb. See that? I'm the only one that eats a lot of these vegetables though. Rhubarb for me. Oh, cook up some rhubarb with some lemon and sugar. Throw it over some vanilla ice cream. Oh, the ultimate dessert. The ultimate dessert for me. Even yogurt. Get some Greek yogurt, throw some rhubarb on it. Absolutely love it. Now I run a pretty much 100% organic garden. And I make a lot of my fertilizer. You see this here? This rich dark soil? This is actually from worms. You compost the compost. See the worm? One fell through. This soil is ready to be used in my garden. I just sieved it. I just sifted it. It's so rich and moist. And I'll show you how I do this. This here is a worm bin. It has 5 levels. And the top level is what we call, well, it's ready to be sifted. I rotate them constantly. I put some leaves in, torn up eggshell cartons, coffee grinds, leftover vegetables, you know, all your composting materials. They get mixed in, and that will go in the top bin then with the worms that I've sifted out. And then I will rotate, put the bottom bin on top, let that sit there so that that bottom bin will have less food in it because the worms have been eating it, and they will migrate down into the bin below it. So after about 2 weeks of sitting there, then you can sift out the worms that are left. Because like a lot of these worms, this is if you don't like worms, this is going to be gross. I'll warn you. You see them all? Those are all wormies, and they've all kind of migrated from my top bin into my lower bin. So I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I usually do. I have a two-step formula that works fairly well. And this particular bin is filled with a lot of my stuff. I've been on an avocado kick all winter and stuff. So now what we do, here's our sifter. We're going to go in, we're going to see these worms. We're going to pick out these big worms. And some of them are small. I have a lot of new baby worms this year. I don't see too many little, what do you call it, the little egg sacs. I don't see too many of them because a lot of these have hatched. That's why I have so many little worms. See how little skinny they are? Every once in a while you'll find a big one. Now here is an avocado, and I'm going to leave it there because I know in the center of that is all worms. And they're just eating it up. Now here's some skinny ones. Skinny little worms. Yeah, there's so many of them because all my little eggs have hatched. And of course worms die. They die like people. They don't have a forever lifespan. Gotta be careful. They like to get through this grate though. You gotta pick them out of the grate. I'll put them in the other bin. Yeah, some people find this totally gross, but I grew up as a kid. We had a place down the shore, and I used to go in the backyard and dig up worms and go down to the fishing pier. And the guys used to pay me 50 cents or a quarter a cup for the worms. So worms don't really bother me. Snakes, that's another story. I don't see here, you can see this is a peanut. And it's got some worms living in it. So I'm not even going to disturb that because they're happy in there. And they're still working on eating that peanut. But we just get this soil. This has all been composted soil. What I do is really, if I have flower pots I'm changing out, I throw it all in this big bin. And then when I make up a new worm bin, like when I'm done with this, I'm going to have to make a new one up. I'll put some leaves in. I put some of the old dirt in from the old flower bins and stuff. I rotate it out so I don't have to buy soil and fertilizer every year. Alright, you kind of got the gist of this. I'm going to let you guys go for now. And I will come back a little later and show you how I put together a worm bin. And we're going to get this garden started. I should be out camping, I know, on adventures. I know. I really want to get out. But it's like I have so much to do right now. Just around the house. I don't know. I got to get out for a day or two. I'm thinking about it. Thinking next week maybe. I had a lot to do this week. Doctor's appointments. I had work. I had some private duty things to do. So I didn't get a lot of that done. I mean, I didn't get out. And I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I need money to travel, right? But I don't know. I'm looking at this one place to check out up in, it's kind of southern New York, above Pennsylvania. And not anywhere near New York City, just up in the mountains. And it's a nice little farm. Thinking about the harvest host site so I could go for just a night. Let's see here. I think we got one that fell through. Yep, one little one. So maybe I'll get out next week for a day. So I'm going to be going the end of May. I'll be out in the beginning of June. And then I really don't have anything planned till July. I mean, I don't have August planned yet. I'm waiting for Lulu. Anybody here watch Lulu? Waiting for Lulu to announce her next meetup. The one I want, she has one in June, but it's up in Massachusetts, and I'll be just coming home from there. Don't want to go back up that soon. And I need to get back and work, make a few bucks so I can get back out again. But yeah, I'll get back to you soon.